Hi there, my name is Nicola. Welcome to my channel. If you are new around here, I'm in the middle of my web development course. If you want to know how to code modern and responsive website with HTML and CSS from scratch, this is the right course for you. In this episode, we are going to build this this second section, the hero section, with background image, nice overlay, some text, and these two buttons. In previous episode, you can see how we built this header section with nice hover animation on logo and menus. All you need to do is to warm up your buttons, start the brackets, subscribe, and don't forget to smash the bell. If you have any questions, you can reach me down there in comments. Let's go! Okay guys, I didn't mention that I'm going to use the live preview for brackets. If you don't know how to install it, I will add the brackets top 5 extensions. The link will be here and also down there in comments. Okay, let's add the HTML code for our hero section. We are still in header part, beneath our header, our navigation. And here we will add one division of class hero, and inside let's create one container. A container will center our content. I will show you this a little later. Then type the hero content content section. Then add the division for text with class of text, of course. And I'm going to copy our heading and paragraph. Okay, beneath that, let's add another division with class of buttons. And here type the first button with path of nowhere, and type get started now. And in another, let's add read more. Okay, this is all our HTML code for today. Let's save it and switch to style CSS. You can switch between those tabs if you click on Control and Tab. Okay, now here let's add one comment and let's type the hero section. Okay, now target our hero class. Let's display it as flex. Then set our text to be center align and align items. This will align our content in vertical axis, but we need to add the height. Just wait a second. Align items center. Then add the height of 100 VH. You see, we need to add the width for our container. Let's add the width of 100% and add the background image. Type URL. I also added this folder here with all of our images. I will provide the link for all materials for this course, don't worry. Go to images and folder img, then use this background image .jpg. Yeah. Now add few properties. First will be no repeat, then center it, and again center, cover. More information about CSS rules for images you can find on, for example, wtih school. Just Google it. Okay, and now set the position relative. We are going to use pseudo selector before for our overlay, just like in our previous tutorial for hover animation for our logo. Okay, and set overflow to be hidden. Now let's use our pseudo selector before. Let's set the content to be empty. Okay, and then set position to be absolute. And then position for top will be 0, for left also. Then we need to specify the height and the width. Okay, and add the background. We will not use the solid color. Instead, we are going to use RGBA, red, green, blue, alpha value. Alpha stands for transparency, and we need the black color with 65 transparency. See, 1 is full color without transparency and 0 is without color. All of our content is behind our overlay, so we need to put it in front. Let's target our hero division and target all content in hero section with star sign and change the Z index to be 1. Let's add the container. I will add our, already add, sorry. But let me explain. The container class will center our content. Let me exclude it and see our content now. See, we didn't center it, but we need it here. Let me explain you. Let's see the HTML file. This is the hero section, and inside this is the container. That container wrap all these sections. Okay, we need to target the class, the division with class of container. To set the width of 1200 pixel, the max width will be 90%, and with margin 0 top and bottom and auto for left and right, we are going to center it. You see, this is our 1200 container actually with 90% of usability. See, let me exclude this auto, this margin. Okay, now let's include it, then size this window a little bit, and now we will going to add here a style for our content in hero section. Let's copy hero here, the comment, and type content. Okay, now let's target our paragraph in division with class of text and type font size 1.5 rem. You see. Okay, and let's add a little bit space beneath with margin to make some room between buttons and paragraph. Let's add styles for buttons. Target the division with class of buttons and target the links. Font size will be 16 pixels. This is default value, by the way. But before that, let's display it as inline block. Okay, now use text transform to be uppercase. Then font weight 400. Let's add some padding, 7 pixels top and bottom, and 25 left and right. Now let's add the border, 1 pixel solid, with our color just like header, this bluish one. Okay, then add the border radius to be 5 pixels, and display we already add. Okay, now let's target the first child in our div where the buttons are. See, this is our div with class of buttons, and here we have first and second child. We are going to target the first one, and later we will target the second one. Okay, let's jump to style. On A, type column and first child, and here type the background color. Let's copy this value and add margin right 125 pixels to add some more space between buttons. Then target the second link, second child, with end child, and here type 2 because this is the second child. Add some padding of 7 pixels top and the bottom and 50 pixels left and right. Then add the hover state for those two buttons. For first, here type hover and put the, I think, one column. Okay, and change the opacity for I think 0.85, not 9, 0. You see, this is our opacity. Then change the hover state for end child element, actually second child. The background will be the same. Let's indent our code. The shortcut is Ctrl-Alt-I, and add the transition property to 0.3 seconds. You see, it is much better. Okay. Now hover animation, and let's copy this transition here and remove this additional curly brackets. Okay, this is all our CSS code for a larger screen. Now it comes the responsiveness. Okay, turn it on and let's see how it is look like on ordinary laptop. In brackets, let's hide our sidebar. Shortcut is Ctrl-Alt-I. Okay, now choose the 100% display, and here we need to change the size, the font size for this text here. So let's add the first media only screen, and max width of 124 pixels. Okay, my mistake here, and type division of class with class of text, and let's target our heading and set font size to be 2 rem or 2.5 rem or 6 or 7. It is much better. Okay, now I think this is all for this kind. Let me see the large size for larger laptops. Here it is all good. The ordinary laptop size, maybe you should change the font size of this paragraph. I don't want to do that now, but play with this value and find your own. This will be a small exercise. Okay, now let's see how it is look like on tablet. Okay, we need to make this font smaller. Let's add another media query and type 768 pixels. Okay, change the H1 to be 2 rem, and also we need to change the paragraph to be, I think, 0.75 rem. This is too small. 1 or 1 0.5. No, 1.2. It is much better. Also, you can play with those values. Okay, now let's change the link for buttons. Type here buttons A, and let's make the font size smaller for 2 pixels because default is 16. Okay, now I have some problem with this hover animation for mobile on Chrome. I don't know why. I found this is some sort of bug or problem on my side of screen or machine, I don't know what. But let me show you how you can change this lift up of this line here. If you type the logo, here logo class, and type a hover state and select before, already saw that in previous tutorial I think, you can change the value of top to be 7 pixels, and later you can change this value and you will find actual value. But I think this is all good for now, but if you have any problems, try to change this code here. Okay, I think the navigation for this screen size is okay. Let's see media query for mobile devices. First of all, you can change the size of navigation if you want. Let me add another query for size less than 500 pixels. That means that this following code will apply only for sizes less than 500 pixels width. Let's change the space between our links. Okay, and type nav ULLI A and reduce the font size to be 14 pixel and change the padding. 0.25 rem top and bottom and 0.5 rem for left and right. Rem stands for root element. 1 rem has 16 pixel. Let's change the margin also. Okay, now it is much better. But let's change, no, I don't want to change the logo. Then I must play with this logo hover state animation with before. You can do it on your own if you want. And now let's change maybe the font size for H1. I think maybe I should change it to be, I know, 1.5. Let's change our buttons, and here type width of 100%. Display line block I already added, and type margin 0 auto. Okay, and add some space between, type buttons A, and target the first child, add margin. Margin will be 20 pixel auto. I think this is all good for the screen size. Let's see on smaller, mobile medium size and mobile small size. Okay, I think you can add a little bit padding for top and right here, and you can change the font size here. Just type for this screen size, type add media only, copy all of this and change the value here. Okay guys, that was all for today's video. Let's see what we have so far. Let's close the responsiveness, the developer tool. By the way, if you don't want how to use it, I already filmed one tutorial about it. I will put the link. And now let's see our code, our project so far. We have the header section and hero section with background image, nice overlay, some text, and those 2 buttons. If I was confusing during this episode, Just ask for help. I will explain everything. Just type me in the comments below. Also, if you want to see the other parts of this web development course with HTML and CSS, it is all for free. Just subscribe to my channel and don't forget to smash the bell notification. Thank you for watching me and see you in another episode. Have a great time. Bye bye.